வெள்ளவத்தை GIT கல்வி நிறுவனம் 20 ஆண்டுகளாக தனது கல்வி பணியை சிறப்பாகவும் தனித்துவமாகவும் நடத்தி வருகின்றது. மாணவர்களுக்கான நல்லொழுக்கம், மாணவிகளுக்கான சிறந்த பாதுகாப்பு என பல சிறப்பம்சங்களுடன் வெள்ளவத்தை GIT கல்வி நிறுவனம் திகழ்கிறது. தரம் 1 முதல் உயர்தரம் வரையிலான மாணவர்களுக்கு அனுபவமும் திறமையுமிக்க ஆசிரியர்களால் கற்பிக்கப்படுகின்றது. விசேடமாக வரைதல், இசை, எலக்யூஷன், சிங்கள மொழி உட்பட பல பாடநெறிகள் இங்கு கற்பிக்கப்படுகின்றன. கல்வி நிலையில் பின்தங்கிய மாணவர்கள் தொடர்பில் அதிகூடிய கவனம் செலுத்தி ஏனைய மாணவர்களுடன் சமநிலைக்கு கொண்டு செல்லும் பணியை GIT கல்வி நிறுவனம் மேற்கொண்டு வருகிறது. 2021 ஆண்டிற்கான விண்ணப்பங்கள் கோரப்படுகின்றன. மேலதிக விவரங்களுக்கு 0743432
I have finished unit 1 and unit 2. So anyway, from unit 3 today I am starting. In between we started doing present tense and present continuous tense. With that we have stopped. So today my idea is to do the school book, and after finishing this one, right, we will start grammar, that is present perfect tense, from next class onwards, right? So since most of you are new today, then I'll be focusing on unit 3. Now children, can you all turn to page 21, that is unit 3, travel. Have you all taken the page 21, unit 3? This is on travel, right? So yeah, we'll ask who can read that one. Traphonia, can you start reading that lesson? All of you, yes, pay attention to that, children. Page 21.
Travel unit 3, role play. Hi, what are you going to draw? I'm going to draw a monorail. What is a monorail? Can't you guess? Mono means single. Ha, got it. A train that travels along a single rail. I will draw a tram. What is that? I have seen one. Let me explain it to you. It's a vehicle that runs on electricity. Really? Yes. And they run on rails that are built on roads. Does that mean that trams run on the road with other vehicles like buses and cars? Yes, you are right. That's exciting. Shakti, I'm sure that you will be an automobile engineer one day. Yes, it's my ambition. What will you draw, Risna? I will draw a picture of the Wright brothers and a modern aeroplane. That's great. I will draw a space shuttle. Once I traveled in a space shuttle. Ha, when did you go to space? No, I did not go to space. There was a model space shuttle at a carnival that I once went to, and we could go inside the space shuttle. And I have, look, I will go to space one day. I want to be an astronaut. Look at what I have got. A magazine with beautiful pictures on different modes of transport. Can you name these?
Yeah, who else can read it? Another person? For those who joined just now, yeah? Another person can read it. Yes, who can read that? Shia, can you read it?
Travel, role play. Setun, hi, what are you going to draw? Shakti, I am going to draw a monorail. Setun, what is a monorail? Shakti, can't you guess? Mono means single. Setun, ha, got it. A train that travels along a single rail. Ravindi, I will draw a tram. Setun, what is that? Shakti, I've seen one. Let me explain it to you. It's a vehicle that runs on electricity. Ravindi, really? Shakti, yes, and they run on rails that are built on roads. Setun, does that mean that trams run on the road with other vehicles like buses and cars? Shakti, yes, you are right. Risna, that exciting. Shakti, I am sure that you will be an automobile engineer one day. Shakti, yes, it's my ambition. What will you draw? Rishna, Rishna, I will draw a picture of the Wright brothers and a modern aeroplane. Setun, that's great. I will draw a space shuttle. Ravindi, once I traveled in a space shuttle. Rishna, when did you go to space? Ravindi, no, I didn't go to space. There was a model space shuttle at a carnival that I once went to, and we could go inside the space shuttle and have a look. I will go to space one day. I want to be an astronaut. Setun, look at what I have got, a magazine with beautiful pictures on different modes of transport. Ravindi, can you name this?
Okay, good reading, Lohita. Good, right.
Thank you,
So
sir.
here, what we are going to do now, I will explain you this dialogue role play, and after that, we will do the question related to that one. Now you will see while reading, while seeing the passage, some words are highlighted there. Going to is highlighted, and I will draw is highlighted, right? So the focus today in this dialogue or this role play is given on the future form. Now in future, we will use will, shall, and going to. So three forms we use to refer future tense: will, shall, and going to. Now going to is another form of future, right? So see here, hi, what are you going to? So going to draw, I'm going to draw a monorail, right? What is a monorail? Can't you guess? Mono means one, right? Di means two, tri means three, like that. So monorail, can't you guess? Mono means single. Oh, got it. A train that travels along the single rail. I will draw it. So going to, then second one I will draw. Both refer to future. What is that? I have seen one. Let me explain it to you. It's a vehicle that runs on electricity. Really? Yes, and they run on the rail that are built on roads. Does that mean that trams run on the road with other vehicles like buses and cars? Shakti, yes, you are right. Rishna, that's exciting, Shakti. I am sure that you will be an automobile engineer. Automobile also, they say. Automobile or automobile engineer one day. So you will be also referring to future. You will be. Shakti, yes, it's my ambition. What will you draw, Rishna? Rishna, I will draw a picture of the Wright brothers and a modern aeroplane. Setun, that's great. I will draw a space shuttle. I will draw a space shuttle. Ravindi, once I traveled in a space shuttle. Rishna, oh, when did you go to space, right? So then the role play continues in the other page. Ravindi, no, I didn't go to space. There was a model space shuttle at a carnival that I once went, and we could go inside the space shuttle and have a look. I will go again future to space one day. I want to be an astronaut. So astronaut means a space scientist. Astronaut means a space scientist is called astronaut. Setun, look at what I have got. Amazing, with beautiful pictures on different modes of transport. Can you name these? So you see, children, today's lesson is focused on future tense, right? So this part, this future form, we will do in detail with positive form, negative form, question form. So don't worry about that, right? But remember, there are three forms, not one form. Usually there will be one form, but here we have got three forms. Will form is used to refer future, shall form is used to refer future, and going to form is also used to refer future. Now, what is the difference between among these three? Now, will, remember, will is certainty. That means if you say, I will do that, it is 100% sure. You will definitely do that. It is certainty that it will happen, right? But if you say shall, there is a possibility. So there is a difference between will and shall, right? Will is definite and shall is possible. So in some occasion we will use will to refer future. In some occasion we will use shall to refer future. But both occasion we are free to use going to. If you say going to, it can be used in any context to refer future. But will is certainty, shall is possibility. So, and also you must remember in English we have subject called I, you, we, they, he, she, it, and will can be used with all the subject, right? I will, you will, they will, he will, she will, it will. At the same time, going to also can be used with all the subjects. I am going to, you are going to, we are going to, they are going to, and he is going to, she is going to, it is going to. But when it comes to shall, it is only used with I and we. I shall and we shall, and you can't use you shall. This is an English rule, right? So shall, though it is referring to the future, though it refers to future and it is referred to possibility, it can be used with two subject, that is I and we, not with other subjects. So these are the basic things about I, will, shall, and going to, right? So we will study that in detail in the presentation, right? Now activity 1, right? All of you can focus on that one. Writing, match the words with the picture. You will see there are a lot of pictures given in page 22 and page 23, and the words are given above the pictures. Activity 1, writing, match the words with the pictures, right? Some of the words are not common to Sri Lanka because we don't see them all at all, but through TV and through internet and other modes, you would have seen that one. So can you all do this one, right? Just see the picture, see the words, and after that you can match that one. Just somebody can read it. Yeah, who can read it? Abhinaya, can you read it? The words given in the given above the pictures.
Skateboard, tram, motor car, bicycle, hovercraft, canny, space shuttle, ferry, rocket ship, monorail, cable car, train, bus, aeroplane.
Okay, fine, thank you. Now see here, match the words with the pictures. Before we go to the pictures, see these words, skateboard. You would have seen skateboard in the IC area where they use that one, right? It is a kind of a sport also. Then tram, what is a tram? It's a kind of a truck, right? Then motor car, you know that one, bicycle, hovercraft, canoe, right? Space shuttle, ferry, rocket ship, monorail already they discuss in the role play, so you know that one, it is single rail. Cable car, you would have seen that one. Recently there was an accident in a cable car where the cable car got fallen. It was broken and fallen, and people who went in the cable car, they fell on the ground on a rocky area, mountain area, and they died. 6 people died. I don't know whether you saw that one 2 weeks back. Now normally cable cars are connected with mountain area. To mountain area they connected, and it is easy to pass from one mountain to the other mountain, right? That is all about cable car. Then train, bus, common to our country, aeroplane also common. So I am giving children 3 or 4 minutes to do this work. Can you all quickly find out the number and put it on the relevant picture, or you can write the relevant word to the picture, right? Can you do that? Okay, children, now we'll discuss it. Now here you are going to do the correction. First one, A is a tram, no? Right. Second one, B.
Ship.
Ship. Yeah, second one, B is ship. And third one, C is what?
Bus.
Very common one in Sri Lanka, bus, right?
Bus.
Then fourth one,
Space shuttle.
Space shuttle.
Ah.
Space
space shuttle or rocket. Then next one, C.
Cannot.
Ferry.
Cannot.
Oh, E is cannot, yeah. Then F is
Hovercraft.
hovercraft, yeah. F is hovercraft, right? Then G, You know that G.
Motor car.
Car. Car.
Motor car.
Then H.
Monorail.
Monorail.
Monorail. Yes. Then I.
Skateboard.
Skateboard.
Skateboard. Yes. Then M. Sorry, not
Aeroplane.
M. A. Aeroplane. Then next one.
Bicycle.
Bicycle.
A is bicycle, no? Right. Bicycle. L.
Cable car.
Cable car.
Cable car. That is what I told you about that incident, right? Next one, N.
Ferry.
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 Then O.
Train.
Train.
Then
Train.
Rocket.
Rocket.
N is
Rocket.
So children, all the pictures you have fixed it with the correct name, right? Right. Some of the things are very common to our country. Some are right unfamiliar things. So you are learning. Now we'll move on to next one. That is page 23 again. Activity 2. There is a listening activity. So listening activity, you leave that one. We are not doing that one, right? We'll move on to page 24. There is a poem or song given there. Other side. Right? There is a song given there. Yes. You can read this one.
My knapsack on my back. I love to wander by the stream that dances in the sun. So joyously it calls to me, come join my happy song.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Afzal. Yes, who else can read? Yeah.
I wave my hat to all I meet, and they wave back to me, and blackbirds call so loud and sweet from every green wood tree.
Okay, thank you. Read the next stanza.
Chorus. High overhead, the skylarks wing. They never rest at home. But just like me, they love to sing. As o'er the world we roam.
Okay, thank you.
So may I go wandering until the day I die. Oh, may I always lie and sing beneath God's clear blue sky.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Prinsika. Now all of you can read. Good. Now I'm going to explain you this song, maybe the song or a poem. But remember, in a paragraph, in an essay, we call paragraph. But in a poem or a song, we say stanza. So in this song or poem, this must be a song because there is chorus. So this song, how many stanzas are there? There are 6 stanzas. So hereafter you must know what you are learning today, new word, stanza. Like paragraph in a poem or song, the paragraph is called stanza. So this topic of the stanza is happy wanderer. So happy wanderer means a person who goes here and there is called a wanderer. Wandering means what? Without purpose, you go here and there. ஒரு நோக்கமும் இல்லாம அங்கேயும் இங்கேயும் போயிட்டு இருக்கிறால சொல்றது wandering man. So happy wanderer means this person is happy, he is enjoying going here and there without a purpose, right? So first stanza says, I love to go wandering. That means this person says, I like to go everywhere to see along the mountain track. Not only on the normal level, he wants to go to the areas where it's very high, to the mountain track. Mountain track means the way to the mountain. If you go to the mountain, you can see many parts of the world, many areas of the country. Why? Because it is in a highly elevated place. So I love to go wandering along the mountain track. Track in the sense gives the idea the path. Path means the road. And so I go, I love to sing, my knapsack on my back. And when he moves from one place to another place, you can see he sings. He likes to sing while he moves from one place to another place. Now normally if a person is singing, what is the idea you get? He is very happy. If a person is happy, he will sing, right? So here he says, I want to go to a higher places, that is mountain area. And he says, I love to sing. While I go there, I love to sing. And my knapsack on my back. You know, the knapsack. The people who go to mountain climbing, we call it hiking. Mountain climbing, we call it hiking, H-I-K-I-N-G, hiking. And those who go to mountain climbing, children, they have all the important things carried in their backside in a bag, right? With the straps, they put the bag there and go, because they can't carry and go, because they have to hold something and go. Ropes and other things they have to hold and go. So they have to put the bag on their backside with the strap. So that bag is called the knapsack. So knapsack means what? A back shoulder bag. A back shoulder bag, without carrying, it will be held on your shoulder, right? So he is going with the back shoulder bag to the mountain place, singing song happily, right? That is the idea given in the first stanza. Then in the second one, you have to see a chorus is given, Valdari, Valdara, Valdari, Valdara, Valdari, Valdara. So that is a rhyming part in a song, right? So leave that one, that is okay. Then third one, it says, my knapsack on my back. He is focusing on his knapsack. All the important things are there in the knapsack. So he is telling, my knapsack on my back. I love to wander by the stream. So now his focus has gone to the stream. Earlier, his focus was on a higher place like mountain. Then in the third stanza, he says, I like to see by the stream. I love to wander by the stream. So his focus is coming to the lower level. First level is higher level. Second level is lower level. He says, I want to see that stream. Stream in the sense, stream talks about the river, water, right? That dances in the sun. That dances in the sun means now during the daytime, you can see how water is going. The flow of water you can see. It's like water is dancing. Why? It doesn't move in a normal way. It flows and go. There will be ups and downs. So it's like dancing. So my knapsack on my back, I love to wander by the stream that dances in the sun. So joyously it calls to me. So joyously it calls to me, come join my happy song. So for him, he feels, now this happy wanderer feels, by seeing the water flowing like dancing, he feels that it is calling him to come and enjoy the flow of the water. He feels that the river is calling him close by to see the dancing of the river and enjoying that scene, right? So he says what? My knapsack on my backside, I love to wander by the stream that dances in the sun. So joyously it calls me. So happily it calls me, come join my happy song. Then the chorus says, the fourth stanza, I wave my hat to all I meet. Now I wave my hat, all I meet. So on his way, he meets so many people and he is waving his hat. He is removing his hat and waving it. That means it shows that he is extremely happy. If a person is extremely happy, he expresses his happiness by removing his hat, by waving his hand, by smiling, by singing. There are so many ways to express your happiness. And he here, what does he do? He here expresses his happiness by removing his hat and waving at them. So I wave my hat to all I meet and they wave back to me. So in return, they also wave back to me. Then it says, back to me. And blackbirds call to loud and sweet from every greenwood tree. So another scene, he's talking about another scene from the nature, that is all the blackwood trees, blackbirds call loud and sweet from the trees, right? By making sound, that is, they are also calling him to come and enjoy the nature. And blackbirds call so loud and sweet from every greenwood tree. That means even the voice of the blackbirds are sweet to him and he is enjoying the nature scene. Then in the next stanza, you can see Chorus, high overhead the skylark wing. Now, have you heard a bird called skylark? Skylark is a special kind of bird. Now, normally parrot is known for speaking. Whatever we say, it can repeat that. There is another kind of bird in the sky, right? That is called the skylark. Lark. This lark is always on the sky, and always it makes sweet sound. It sings and moves from one place to another place. It's a small bird, right? Now, if it is small bird, it can fly for a long time, right? No weight, so it can fly for a long time. It won't get tired, and it always sings with a song, right? So they say singing. Yeah, the skylark is known for singing. So here he says, high overhead the skylark's wing, they never rest at home. Now he is telling, high overhead the skylark's wing, even beyond the skylark's wing he wants to go, he wants to fly. They never rest at home. So these skylarks, the birds, will never go to rest. Always on the move, always on the move. So the happy wanderer is also like that. He is also on the move. But just like me, they love to sing. So he is comparing, the happy wanderer is comparing himself with the skylark, right? Almost same quality. He doesn't want to go home, he is moving around, he is singing always. The happy wanderer is also singing around and moving around, right? So, but just like me, they love to sing. As over the world we roam, as over the world we roam, not in one place, over the world. Have you heard about this mobile phone saying roaming call? Roaming means you go everywhere. You go everywhere, and this person says, happy wanderer says, I want to roam the world. That means he wants to go everywhere in the world, right? Like the skylark. Over the world we roam. Then the last stanza says, oh, may I go wandering. Finally, again he says, may I go wandering until the day I die. So you can see his heart now. You can understand his heart very well now. It is not only for one day or 1 week. He wants to have this lifestyle throughout his life. Till he die, he wants to go like that. He says, oh, may I go wandering until the day I die. Till the last breath, he wants to be a person singing and moving everywhere like the skylark. Oh, may I always laugh and sing. He wants to laugh and sing beneath God's clear blue sky. Beneath God's blue clear sky means, what does it see? Under the sun. Under the sun, everywhere he wants to move. That means the whole earth he wants to move till he dies. So this is the meaning of the strong hope. You have got this idea, children, right? With the understanding you had, can you do the question given on activity 3? There are 5 questions given. You have to put T of F, that means true or false. Then there are 3 questions given there. You have to write something about it. Can you do that one? I'll give 5 minutes. Then later we'll discuss it here. Now we'll discuss the answers, children. Yeah, see the first one, activity 3, writing. Write T or false. First one, the singer likes traveling. Obviously, no? Evidently, he likes traveling, right?
Yes.
That's correct. Yeah, you can put obviously. Obviously mean evidently he likes traveling, right? So first one is correct. Second one, the singer invites the stream to join the song. Is it correct? My
False.
knapsack. Yeah, third stanza. Can you all focus on third stanza? My knapsack on my back. I love to wander by the stream. Right? He likes to go to the stream. So that is the idea. Singer invite the stream to join with the song. Or he likes to go there. The singer invite the stream to join his song. It calls me mean the sing. The song calls the river to come and join with me. Right? That's what it says. Now see here, my knapsack on my back. I love to wander by the stream that dances in the sun. What is dancing? The stream is dancing. So joyously it calls to me, come join my happy song. So it calls me, come join my happy song means the singer invite the stream to join the song. What is the correct answer for that? It falls, right? The singer invite the stream to join. No, not the singer. It's the river. Then third one, the skylarks are usually in their nest.
False.
False. Then fourth one, the sound of blackbirds are sad. That is
False.
also false.
False.
Yeah. The singer wishes to travel all his life.
True.
That is true.
sir.
Till his last breath, he wants to travel. Okay. Right. So the first 5 questions are over. Now, moving from there, list the rhyming words in the song. Track back. Okay, we are going back to the rhyming words there. Now see, track back.
Me,
What are the other things?
Meet, sweet,
Wing.
Meet,
Home row.
yeah.
Home
Okay.
row.
Meet, treat, yeah. Meet, treat. Then wing, sing, yeah. Home, roam, yeah. What else?
die sky,
Sky, sky, yes, good. Okay.
sky, last time.
Okay. Okay. So all the rhyming words are coming in the last line, right? One after the other line. So you can pick up that and write it, right? That is okay. Then select any stanza you like and draw a picture related to it. So leave that one, children. No need to do that. Write a list of things that the singer admires. This is very important one. What are the things he admires? Admires mean Tamil என்ன சொல்றது ரசிக்கிறோம் அந்த பாட்டு. What are the things he is admiring? Now tell me few things. One
stream,
is the okay.
blackbirds,
Okay.
skylarks, green wood tree,
Okay. What else? What else? Huh?
Sky,
Sky, yeah. The mountain, yeah. The stream. So many things, right? So many things you can write it. Even the blackbirds from the wood, right? Okay. So that part is over, children. Right? The song is over. Now we move on to activity 4. Right? Activity 4, again, there is a role play. Role play the dialogue, right? Speaking at a hotel, right? This time I ask who else can read it here? Yeah. Kirtana, can you read it here?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Receptionist. Good morning, sir. How can I help you? I am here to inquire if a room has been received for me. Sir, may I know your name, please? I am Michelle Stephens.
Stephen.
Let
Okay.
me see. The register is being checked. A single room for 2 nights. That's right. We have arranged refreshment in the lobby. Sir, please follow me. Thank you, but I want to see the room first. Sorry, sir. It is being arranged at the moment. It will be ready in 5 minutes. Oh, is it still being arranged? Then I'll wait in the lobby. Is there anything else that you need to know? No, thank you. I hope everything is being attended to. Sure, enjoy your stay here, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Good reading, Geetana. Yes, one more person. Who else can read?
At the hotel. Good morning, sir. How can I help you? I am here to inquire if a room has been received for me. Sir, may I know your name, please? I'm Michelle Stephens. Let me see. The register is being checked. A single room for 2 nights. That's right. We have arranged refreshment in the lobby, sir. Sir, please follow me. Thank you, but I want to see that room first. Sorry, sir, it is being arranged at the moment. It will be ready in 5 minutes. Oh, is it still being arranged? Then I'll wait in the lobby. Is there anything also that you need to know? No, thank you. I hope everything is being attended to. Sure, enjoy your stay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good reading, Principal. Good. Keep
Thank
it
you,
up.
sir.
Okay, now see children. This one, activity 4, again there is a role play dialogue. 2 students read, good reading, both of them. Now see here at a hotel, reception is, good morning, sir. How can I help you? Now you are not only learning a dialogue, you are learning how to write a dialogue also. Right? You are in grade 10, right? Because one activity in the O-level final exam is dialogue, right? Now, question number 16, you will see there are 4 topics given, and the second or the third topic is a dialogue. Last one is a story, third one is a dialogue. So you must know how to write dialogues also, how they start, how they finish, what are the things they are including in a dialogue. Everything you must see when you are reading a dialogue like this, right? So see at a hotel, receptionist, good morning, sir. How can I help you? Tourist, I am here to inquire if a room has been reserved for me. So he is asking, I am here to inquire. I came to inquire if a room has been reserved for me. Receptionist, sir, may I know your name, please? Tourist, I am Michelle or Michael Stephens. I am Michael Stephens. Receptionist says, let me see. The register is being checked. So the register is being checked is present continuous passive form. Present continuous passive form. Register is being checked and register check a single room for 2 nights. Now he found it. That's right. Receptionist, we have arranged refreshment in the lobby, sir. Please follow me. So you see in a hotel with the reception, there is a lobby. Lobby means where people can go and sit and relax. Just in front of, in the receptionist, there will be 2-3 people to receive you and give you information about the hotel and other things. But just before the reception counter, there is a lobby, or there is a lobby mean where people can move around and sit and enjoy, right? So here you will see we have arranged refreshment in the lobby, sir. Please follow me. Tourist, thank you, but I want to see the room first. So the tourist is more concerned about the room, not the lobby and refreshment, right? Receptionist, sorry, sir, it is being arranged at the moment. So you can focus on that. He says, sorry, sir, it is being arranged at the moment. It's given in the bold type, black. So what does it mean? The lesson is focused on teaching you present continuous passive form, right? Earlier, the register is being checked, and it is being arranged at the moment. It will be ready in 5 minutes. Tourist, oh, is it still being arranged? So you can see is it still being arranged? So you can see present continuous passive question. Is it still being arranged? Then I'll wait in the lobby. He says, I'll wait in the lobby. Receptionist, is there anything else that you need to know? He's asking. Then tourist says, no, thank you. I hope everything is being attended. So you can see that 4th line, 4th present continuous passive form. No, thank you. I hope everything is being attended to. Right? Attended to. Reception is sure. Enjoy your stay here, sir. Thank you. So you can see when you read a lesson, children, if certain words are highlighted, if certain words are in bold type, in black or capital letter, then your focus must go there. So this lesson, though it's a dialogue, they are focusing on teaching you a grammar part, that is present continuous passive form, right? So other than that, hope that you have understood the lesson. The dialogue will move on to the other side. All of you turn to page 26. Now page 26, children, you will see there are some pictures with sentences. There are some pictures with sentences. Now we'll see the example and I'll explain you. After that, you can continue the work and finish it. Now see, normally present continuous tense. Now here in the book, here and there they have taken the grammar area, especially the tense, and they are teaching. So it's very difficult to get the correct idea in a lesson like this here and there. So that's why I'm doing step by step from present tense to all the past tense, future tense, all the tenses, negative form, question form, passive, everything I'm doing, so that you will get a clear idea about it, because this is very much needed, and you must have a good knowledge of grammar, especially the verb to write essays and letters. Most of the children come down in letters and essay because of their poor grammar. So I will do that. I'm doing that one today. I'm not doing because of newcomers. So I will continue from next class, right? So once that is over, children, all the grammar area in your book will be clear to you, right? Otherwise, you will find it difficult. Now, let me focus on the lesson that we did today. Now, they are focusing on present continuous passive form. Now, to understand present continuous passive, you must know the active form. Now, present continuous, you must know we have got subjects like I, you, we, they, he, she, it, right? All of you be in the line, then I'm going to share the screen. Now, present perfect tense, present continuous tense. Now, present continuous tense means something is continuing at the moment. Now, at the moment I am teaching you, you are listening to me, right? You are reading, so many things are happening, right? You are writing, the fan is working, the light is on, so many things are happening. So present continuous tense means something happening at the moment. Like under this one, children, now we are going to see some sentences, right? We are studying English. We are studying English now. Right. Another sentence. They are playing. Some more sentence. He is
doing his homework.
Yeah, he is doing his homework now. Give me one more sentence, children. Someone give me another sentence.
Working at home.
Sorry?
He is studying now.
She is at home.
He is at home, yeah. Now, if you can give me a sentence with an object, it will be easy. Now, let me find another sentence, right? Now, we'll take we, you, she. We'll take she, right? She is writing. She is writing the sentence. Right? She is writing the sentence. Now see these children. Now why I took this one. Remember one more thing you must understand, when you are going to change it into passive, you must have a have object in the sentence. We are studying English. So what is the object in the sentence? Now we, right? You can focus on we. We is what? We is the subject here. We, same way they, right? He and she are subjects, right? And are
It,
studying.
sir, it.
Sorry?
It is moving down like that.
It is moving down.
Sorry?
It,
Yeah. Okay, we'll leave it with this one because I will be doing separately this one. For this lesson, I am doing that one now. We are studying English now. Remember, children, in all 4 sentences, we have used we, they, he, she. All these 4 are called subject. Right? So, subject mean வாக்கியத்தினுடைய எழுவாய். Now, are studying, are playing, is doing, is writing are called present continuous form. Right? Present continuous form. Now, here in the sentence, English, cricket, his home, and the sentence are called object. Object என்றால் என்ன? வாக்கியத்தினுடைய செயற்படு பொருள். So, with that one, we'll move on to the next. Now, see here. Now, if you change this into passive form, we are studying English now. How would you write that one? English is being studied by us. So English is being studied by us. The same way, they are playing cricket. So we are studying English now. English is being studied by us too. The next one, they are playing cricket. How would you change that one? Cricket
Is being
Is being
is being
Played by
by them.
played by them. Right.
Them.
Right. Next one, he is doing his homework now.
His homework is being done by him.
Okay, and the last one, she is
The
writing
sentence is being written by her.
Okay, children, now you can understand in a better way. Now, first 4 sentences are in the active form, right? And the second 4 sentences are in the passive form. See how it is done. So when you say a sentence, you must always see the sentence should be in SVO pattern. That means subject, verb, object. Then only you can change that into passive form. Now see, first one, we have the subject, then the ing form and the object. We are studying English now. English is being studied by us. They are playing cricket. Cricket is being played by them. He is doing his homework now. His homework is being done by him now. Then she is writing the sentence. The sentence is being written by her. Right? Is it clear, children, now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What you have to do now, all of you in your exercise book, write this one. Put present continuous tense and write active. ACTIV active, and write first 4 sentences. Then put passive and write the next 4 sentences. Quickly do that, children, here. So the first one, floor polish. The floor is being polished. Second one, the table is being set. Second one, the table is being set. Then third one, hall decorate. The hall is being decorated.
the
Hall is being decorated. Yes.
is being decorated.
Decorated. Then fourth one, cake decorated. The cake is being decorated. Fourth one, the cake is being decorated. Okay. Fourth one, the cake is being decorated. Then fifth one, flowers picked. Flowers are being picked. But you can write it there. The flowers are being picked. The flowers are being picked. And what is the sentence for the sixth one? Anybody?
Drone is being bust.
The bush is being.
The bush is being pruned.
The bush is being pruned. 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 Right? Prune mean it is trimmed. 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 Okay. So all have got the clear answer, correct answer, children.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 6 out of 6.
Okay, 6 out of 6, fine, good. So children, then we'll move on to activity 6 now. We'll move on to activity 6 now. You can see there, now from passive voice sentences to describe what is happening in the picture. One example they are given, the goods are being unloaded from the lorry. The goods are being unloaded from the lorry. Now, if you see the picture, children, you will understand in that picture, there are a lot of things happening there. Lot of things are happening. Now, a lady is sweeping the floor, then one person is repairing the vehicle, is under the vehicle, then one person is spraying water on the car, that means he's cleaning the car. Then you can see some boys are chasing the cat. Then you can see one person is carrying something, one person is painting there. So many things are happening, right? One person is with the trolley or something like that, iron or something like that. Then for each one, you are going to write the sentence in present continuous passive. Can you do that now? Okay, now we'll see the sentences now. Those who are writing, okay, you finish it. But we'll see the sentences from this one. Yes, one person. Yeah, Afzal, can you give one sentence?
The car is being washed by a man.
The car is being washed by a man. Yes, good sentence, Afzal. Yes, Harani, can you give another sentence?
The children are being played with a cat.
The children are being played with the cat. So you can say the cat is being chased by the children. The cat is being chased by the children. Oh, boys. The cat is being chased by the boys. Good sentence, right? You can write it like that. Okay.
Sir,
Loila, yes, give me a sentence, yeah.
by girls. The floor is being swept by
Okay, you can see the person is sweeping the floor. You can say the floor is being swept by a girl. The floor is being swept by a girl. Right. Okay.
The floor is being swept by a woman.
A woman also correct here.
The wall is being painted by a painter.
Okay, fine. The wall is being painted by a painter or a man. Okay, good. Then who else? Prinsika, can you give me another sentence?
The car is repaired by a man.
Okay, the car is being repaired by a man. Okay, fine. The car is being repaired by a man. Yes. What else you can say? One person is there with the wall, close by wall. What is he doing? Maybe he is cleaning.
The poster is being read by a man.
Fine. The poster is being read by the man. The poster is being read by the man. Or you can say the poster is being removed by the man, whatever it is, right? Good sentence, yes. What else you can say, children?
Said the car is being cleaned by him.
Yeah, the car is being checked by him, okay? Right? Car is being checked by him. So, children, there are so many sentences. Good. All I got this idea. What is the idea? How to change present continuous tense into present perfect continuous passive. Present perfect continuous passive. You have got it done. All of you. Good. Right? Now, children, see, we will move on to the next activity. Activity 7, reading and writing. The hotel crew is busy at work. Hotel crew mean the people who work in a school, we call it staff. Same way, the people who work in a hotel, we call it crew, right? In a ship, crew. In a flight, we say crew, like that. So the hotel crew is busy at work. The manager wants to check whether everything is going on well. He asked the following question, read them carefully. Is the food being served at the moment? So if somebody asks if the food is being served at the moment, you have to say yes, the food is being served at the moment. No, the food is not being served at the moment. Is the hall being decorated? Yes, the hall is being decorated. No, the hall is not being decorated. So you are studying the negative form of it, right? How you would write the positive and how you would write the negative, right? Can you do that one now? Can you write that one? Is the food being served at the moment? You can write it, yes, the food is being served at the moment. Or you can write, no, the food is not being served at the moment. Then B part, is the hall being decorated? Yes, the hall being decorated. No, the hall is not being decorated. Then C, are the chairs being arranged? Yes, the chairs being arranged. Or else you can say, no, the chairs are not being arranged. Are the two swimming pools being cleaned? You can say, yes, the two swimming pools are being cleaned. No, the two swimming pools are not cleaned, not being cleaned, right? So this is how you have to write for a negative answer and positive answer. So that is A to D. Then from there, we move on to another category, that is writing question. From similar question with the words given below. Now you can see A, how the question form is formed. Is the food being served at the moment? So now here they are given the word letter and type. So how would you write that? Is the letter being typed at the moment? Or is the letter being typed? Question mark. Okay, that is how you have to do the last activity. Can you do? There are 4 pairs. They are given letter, type, dinner, prepare, water, pump, gift packs, and into the pool and distribute. Okay, all the 4 sentences, can you change it into question form, children? Okay, children, now then we will discuss it here. See, from similar question, form similar question with the words given below. Letter type. See whether you have got this one. Is the letter being typed? Is the letter being typed by you or something like that should come there. Is the letter being typed with the question mark? Then it is correct. Then B1, B part, dinner prepared. Is the dinner being prepared by your mother or by you? Is the dinner being prepared by your mother? If you have got that one, you put correct. Is the dinner being prepared by your mother or you? Then third one, water pump into pool. Water pump. So you can write, is the water being pumped by the pump into the pool? Is the water being pumped into the pool? Question mark. Is the water being pumped into the pool? Question mark. The next one, gift packs distribute. Are the gift packs being distributed? Are the gift packs being distributed? Are the gift packs being distributed? Right? Are the gift packs being distributed? Question mark. So if you have got it correct, children, then you have understood the present continuous active and present continuous positive form, negative form, and question form. Right? We will do in a detailed manner later with the presentation. Then you will be able to answer more questions within the short time. Because if I go to do like this, then a lot of time is taken for an activity, right? Okay, shall we move on to the next activity, children?
Sir.
Okay, next activity is about activity 8. Okay, read the following article and answer the question given below. Right. So we'll take turn and read it. After that, I'll explain you. Then you can do the question. Yeah, first paragraph. Harani, can you read it here?
The wheel has been an essential part of human life from the very early years of human civilization. The wheel can be best described as a circular object that rotates on an axial bearing. The earliest wheels were known to be wooden discs with a hole in the middle for the axle. The word wheel first came from an Old English word. In Sanskrit, the wheel is called chakra, to mean round or circle. It is believed that the wheel first originated around 3500 BC in Mesopotamia, part of modern
day era, where it was used for chariots. Some argue that was invented by the Mesopotamians, the northern Caucasus, and Central Europeans. Therefore, the issue of where the wheel originated in still remains a mystery.
Okay, thank you. Good reading. Yeah, second one, second paragraph. Yes, who can read that?
The
Okay.
next step in the evolution of the wheel was made by the Egyptians 1500 years later in 2000 BC, when they used spokes in their wheels and proudly used them in their chariot wheel. The Greeks have the honor of introducing the crossbar or the H-type wheel.
Okay, good reading. Thank you. Okay. Then next one, yes, Tryphonia, can you read it?
The other significations development in the evolution of the wheel includes the introduction of wire tennis fork in 1802 when G.F. Bauer obtained a patent for it, and the introduction of a new type of tire in 1845 by R.W. Thompson, which was improved later by John Dunlop in 1888. The
Okay,
wheel
thank
was
you. Thank you. Yes, can Akshya read that last paragraph?
Okay, sir. The wheel was one of the central technologies which boosted the industrial revolution. The innovation of the wheel has contributed initially to the development of technology, and the most scientific begin the
Significant.
war
Okay.
to go wheel and the spinning wheel. Some of the latest developments of the wheel include the propeller, the jet engine, the flywheel, and the turbine. The wheel, which organized so long ago, has passed through many stages of development and changes and is now presented in very attractive forms. Today, one cannot even image any magnesium without a wheel. Can you?
Yes, good reading. Thank you. Now see, children, now this lesson talks about how the wheel originated. Wheel in the sense, now you can understand. Now say the wheel mean, you can understand vehicle. Wheel reflect the idea of vehicles and also the transport system. Without wheels, no transport. So transport developed and today we have developed, right? So this lesson, now you can understand the wheel has been an essential part of human life from the very early years of human civilization. So human civilization என்றால் மனிதனுடைய நாகரிகம் வளர்ந்த காலத்துல இருந்து இன்றைக்கு வரைக்கும் முக்கியமான ஒன்றா எது இருந்திருக்கு wheel. So the wheel has been an essential important part of human life from the very early years of human civilization. The wheel can be best described as a circular object. It's a round object, you can see that rotates on the axial bearing. That rotate on the axial bearing means there is a point, an axis. From that axis it rotates. அதுல இருந்து தான் அது சுத்துது. The earliest wheels were known to be wooden disc with a hole in the middle for the axle. So earlier they used the wooden wheels. Wooden wheels mean long time ago, say 20 or 30 years back. The bullock cart, they used the wheel with the wooden wheel. மரத்தால செய்த சில்லுகளை தான் மாட்டு வண்டியில எல்லாம் பொருத்தினாங்க, right? So the word wheel first came from the Old English word, right? And it says in Sanskrit, the wheel is called chakra, mean round. So, Sanskridathil enna solranga, wheel is chakram ennu solranga. It is believed that the wheel first originated around 3000 BC in Mesopotamia. So you can understand, before 3000 years ago, wheels started. Wheels were used by people in Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia means today we call them Iraq. So people in Iraq are called Mesopotamians at that time. Where it was used for chariot. And during that time, they were not using it for vehicles. They were using the wheels for chariot. Chariot and sonna தேர் அதுகளை இழுத்துட்டு போறதுக்கு அவங்க அந்த சக்கரங்களை பாவிச்சாங்க. Some argue that it was invented by the Mesopotamians. So some people are arguing. They say that it was invented by, it was produced by Iraq Mesopotamians. The northern Caucasus and the Central Europeans, Central European and மத்திய ஐரோப்பியால இருந்தும் இது உருவாக்கப்பட்டன்னு சொல்றாங்க. Therefore, the issue of where the wheel originated is still remain a mystery. Mystery means you don't have an answer, right? Some say it is originated from, it is produced from Iraq. Some say it is originated from the Europe. So there are different stories of how it emerged or it came out. So it is a mystery now. Mystery என்றால் விடை காண முடியாத ஒரு புதிர். Mystery. The next step in the evaluation. Evaluation mean what? Science you will study that in science. Evolution theory. You will study Darwin and evolution theory. Right here they say the next step in evolution of wheel. So when the wheel started, it was a wooden wheel. Little by little it was developed, and today you see so many advanced wheels, right? And they say evolution of the wheel was made by Egyptian 1500 years later in 2000 BC. So 1500 years later, 1500 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு பிறகு, right, 2000 ஆண்டுல என்ன நடந்தது? எய்த்தியர்கள் வந்து வீலை கொஞ்சம் மாடர்னைஸ் பண்ணி செய்றாங்க. They use spokes in their wheels and proudly use them in their chariot, while the Greeks have the honor of introducing the crossbar or the H-type wheel. So 2000 ஆண்டுல என்ன நடந்தது? They were using the spoke. Now you will see that in the bicycle there is a spoke and the wheel is fixed on that one. So the same way the Egyptians, they used the wheel, right? They used the axle to use the wheel. Then it was easy. And later what happened? Greeks found another crossbar called H-type wheel, and they were using that one. So little by little you can see the wheel is from the very primitive state to modern state. It was developed into modern state. The other significant development, that means significant mean what? Significant mean very important. Very important. The other significant important development in the evolution mean the development again of the wheel includes the introduction of wire tension spoke. Wire tension spoke balance பண்ணி போறது. ஷாக் அப்சர்வர்னு சொல்லி மோட்டார் பைக்ல இருக்குது, அதை அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்றது. ஷாக் வந்தா அதை அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி இதை அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்றது, ஒரு டென்ஷன் அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ற ஸ்போக் கொண்டு போட்டாங்க. Introduction of wire tension spoke in 802 when G.F. Bauer obtained a patent for it, and the introduction of a new type of tire in 1845 by Thomson, which was improved later by John Dunlop. So you can say G.F. Bauer, he got the license. Those days when people wanted to produce something new, they had to get a license from the government. So they have not used the word license here, they used the patent. Patent means the license for it. And the introduction of new type of tire came into use in 1845 by R.W. Thomson. So a new type of tire was produced in 1845 by R.W. Thomson, which was later improved by John Dunlop in 1888. Now John Dunlop was a person from England, and today Dunlop tires are very expensive. Sri Lanka, now we get Dunlop tires from UK, but it is very expensive. Sri Lankan, they go for DSI and other normal tires, right? So you can understand, but it is really standard one. The wheel was one of the central technologies which boosted the industrial revolution. So you can understand the key point here. Wheel was introduced, and because of that only, development came, vehicles came, and industrial revolution came. தொழில் புரட்சி வந்ததுக்கு காரணமே வீலை கண்டுபிடிச்சதுதான். So they say the invention of the wheel was contributed. The wheel was one of the central technologies which boosted industrial revolution. The invention of the wheel has contributed immensely. என்றால் பெரும் பங்களிப்பு செய்திருக்காம். எதுக்கா? Immensely to the development of technology, and the most significant being the water wheel, the cog wheel, and the spinning wheel. So there are three wheels they are describing. One is water wheel, spinning wheel. Spinning wheel is used for the weaving. அதாவது நெசவுக்கு பாவிச்சாங்க. இப்ப நாங்க நெசவு அப்படி செய்யறதுல இப்ப we are using the machine. Earlier people used to wheel it, spinning wheel, and later talking about cog wheel. Cog wheel mean the vehicles they use, especially in the push bike cycles, they use the cog wheel, right? Some of the latest development of the wheel include the propeller, the jet engine, and the flywheel and the turbine. So you see how it has developed into such a advanced state, and they are using the development of the wheel include the propeller. Now propeller and சொன்னா நீங்க இப்ப பாருங்க ஒரு ஸ்பேஸ் கிராஃப்ட் உலகத்துல இருந்து பூமியில இருந்து மேல போக கீழுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு ப்ரொபெல் பண்ணி சுத்தும். It will propel it, அதை தள்ளி கொண்டு போகும். So propeller, the jet engine, and the flywheel and the turbine. So the flywheel and the turbine and everything is operating in the wheel, right? You must remember. The wheel which originated so long ago has passed through many stages of development and change, and is now presented in every very attractive form. So you can see now wheel is presented in very attractive form everywhere today. One cannot even imagine any mechanism without wheel. Now imagine children, now we are in the lockdown period, all the vehicles are stopped, right? And no transport. How we are going to move? What will happen to the world? So see how much we are doing and how much is done because of the invention of wheel. Wheel has brought vehicles, and vehicles have brought development, and after that what happened? Industrial revolution, and today the rockets are propelled because of the wheel. Now countries like America, Russia, and China, they are sending rockets to the space. How? The wheel is rotating in the ground level to propel that craft to the space, right? So you can understand the importance of wheel, right? Now hope you have understood it. Okay. Now what you can do the questions here. Now I'll give time for you to do first 1 to 5 or 1 to 6. Can you do it? Then we'll discuss it, and after that you can continue. First 5 questions you do it, children. First I'll give you 5 minutes. After that you can continue that one. Okay, children, now let's focus on the question given there. Write true or false. Now see the first one. Technology would not have developed if we had not invented the wheel. So it is a conditional sentence. What is that? Technology would not have developed if we had not invented the wheel. What is the idea? நாங்கள் வீலை கண்டுபிடிக்காமல் விட்டிருந்தால் டெக்னாலஜியை டெவலப் பண்ணிருக்க மாட்டோம். டெக்னாலஜி டெவலப் பண்ணப்பட்டிருக்காது. சரியா பிள்ளையா? Yes.
True.
True.
True,
Yeah.
sir.
True, sir.
Okay.
True, sir.
Then you put 2 T. Yeah. Then second one, the earliest wheels were made of rubber.
False.
False.
No.
They made the wheels with the wood, right? Not rubber. Later, last stage only they are using rubber, right? Then third one, the word wheel came from Sanskrit.
False.
False.
Wheel came from where?
True, sir.
English.
It's
English
true.
word.
Yeah, it's true. Wheel came from Sanskrit.
Yes, sir. It's true.
Called sakra, right?
True.
Okay. So that's true, right? Then coming to second one, who invented wheel with spokes?
Egyptians.
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 Egyptians, right? People of Egypt are called Egyptians. Right. Then third one, who possessed the patent for the wire tension spoke. Remember, children, patent means license. L-I-C-E-N-C-E-N. Patent means license. L-I-N-C-N-C. License. L-I-C-I-E-N-C. License, right? So patent. Who possessed the patent for the wire tension spoke? G.F. Bar. B-A-U-E-R. G.F. B-A-U-R. G.F. Bar. Right. The next one. Complete the following flow chart to describe the evolution of the wheel so that you can understand, children, how it originated. Evolution of wheel, how it originated. First one, you can see what is that? Originated in 3500 BC. Then in 2000, Egyptians developed a different one with some changes. Then in 1802, it was developed into another one. Then in 1888, Dunlop tie was made. So there are 4 stages to time, right? 3500, then 2000 years, then after that 1501, then after that 802, and next one, fifth one, 845, then 1888. So there are 5 or 6 steps are there. All the steps, if you write it, then it is the way that it is developed. From the very simple to the modern one, there are 6 years are mentioned and 6 types are mentioned. So you can write that one, children. It's easy, right? You do it on your own. Then children, coming to question number 5, find single word from the text for the following phrases. So they are asking the meaning of certain words came in the passage. Find single word from the text for the following phrases belonging to a period of history. What is it?
Mystery.
Mystery.
Mystery means, children, it is something, no answer for that. It's a mystery. So here, belonging to a period of history means what? Now say belonging to a period of history and எங்களுடைய வரலாற்றுல ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட காலத்துக்கு அது இருந்தது. இப்படி இருந்தது, பிறகு இப்படி இருந்தது, பிறகு இப்படி இருந்ததுன்னா அது என்ன?
Ancient. Ancient.
Ancient means very old. Yes. So what is the word you can use it here? What word they have used that?
Article.
Civilization.
Civilization. Good. That was the word, real word. Civilization என்றால் என்ன? எங்களுடைய நாகரிகம். ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட காலத்துக்கு ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட நாகரிகம் இருக்கு. இப்ப நாங்க இண்டை பாவைக்கு உடுப்பு இன்னொரு கொஞ்ச காலத்துல அவுட் ஆஃப் ஃபேஷனா போயிடும். அப்படி ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட காலம் இந்த ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட வீல் இருந்தது. பிறகு இன்னொரு குறிப்பிட்ட காலம் அந்த வீல் அவுட் டேட்டடா போனோன்னு இன்னொரு வீல் வந்து இப்ப நீங்க யோசிச்சு பாருங்க, we are using mobile phone. Now 10 years back, what we use, we are not using now. We throw that one and buy another one. Another 3-4 years time, there will be new models. So you throw this one. So it is our civilization, right? Then involving a great or complete change. Involving a great or complete change. What is that?
Development.
Evolution.
Development.
Development.
Development means little by little change. Yes.
Evolution.
Revolution. Yes. Now here you have to be very careful. Now development also brings changes to them, but they have used the word but great change. Involving a great or sudden change is called evolution. Evolution என்றால் என்ன? ஒரு நிலையிலிருந்து இன்னொரு நிலைக்கு திடீரென்று மாறும். ஒரு நிலையிலிருந்து கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா மாறுறது டெவலப்மெண்ட், திடீரென்று மாறுறது evolution. அப்ப வடிகாலி கொடுங்க. டெவலப்மெண்ட் என்றால் gradual change. Development is gradual change. Evolution is sudden change, right? Then most important,
Essential.
The other significant. Most important is what? Significant. So you can see that paragraph starts like this. The other significant development, important change, right? So now children, you have done up to 5. Can you do question 6, 7, 8 and 9 and yeah, up to 6 to 9? Can you do it? With that, we'll finish today's class. So see the question number 6, find synonyms, sorry, antonyms. Antonyms mean the opposite word from the text for the following words. Unattractive.
Attractive.
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 Attractive, right. The next one, modern.
Ancient.
Ancient, modern, ancient, yes. Dishonor.
Honor.
Honor. Dishonor, honor. Or respect also you can put dishonor, honor or respect. Then 7th one, what does they in paragraph 2 refer to? So they in paragraph 2, can you remember, can you see children, it is bold type. The next step in the evolution of the wheel was made by Egyptians 1,500 years later in 2000 BC when they used spoke. So who is referred by they?
Egyptians.
Egyptians. Good. So they refer to Egyptians. Good. That's the correct answer. Then 8th one, give a suitable title to the text. What can you say about the title, children, the topic for this lesson?
The evolution of the wheel.
The evolution of the wheel, the development of the wheel. That is how you can fix a title. The evolution of the wheel, the development of the wheel, right? The next one, give a suitable. Write the main idea of the text in 2 sentences. Write the main idea of the text in 2 sentences. What is the idea? Anybody who wrote it? If you have not done it, it's okay, children, don't worry. Then go to the last one. Imagine a world with no wheels. A world with no wheels. Write a short paragraph. You can begin like this. So, children, now those 2 questions are time-consuming questions. You have to think a little and write it, right? So, what I do is I am giving that as a homework. Question number 9 and question number 10 in the last question. You can do it for homework, children. So anyway, you have done a good job. You have answered well. You have read well today. I'm happy about your class. All the participants, you have done it well. So with that, I finish today's class, children. We'll meet next class. In between, I will inform others. God bless you. Good night.
உலகில் நீங்கள் எங்கிருந்தாலும் விஜய் டிவியின் யூடியூப் தளத்தை உடன் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் செய்து அதன் நிகழ்ச்சிகளை கண்டுகளிக்கும் அதேவேளை மிக பிரம்மாண்டமான பரிசுகளை அள்ளுங்கள். சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பட்டனை தட்டுங்க, பரிசுகளை அள்ளுங்க.